This is the future.
So we all know that the Plague Star event will be coming back this year. We still don't know when. But I'm concerned about people saying that Digital Extremes will be changing the Plague Star event. Aside from the Exodia Contagion and the Plague Star Source, we love Operation Plague Star because it's an event wherein we can farm unlimited amount of Forma. By the way, not the usual Forma blueprint you earn from Void Fisher mission, but a fully built Forma which you can use in your Warframes and weapons after you have farmed it from the event. The best part is that it has no limit on how much Forma you can farm in a day, and honestly, it was fun and satisfying because you feel like you are being rewarded by Digital Extremes for all the time and effort you have spent in Warframe. Well, this is just my experience as a content creator for Warframe. I feel really satisfied about the Plague Star event, as it's really eased up the grind, but now, I feel kind of scared that they'll be doing some drastic changes about the upcoming event. First of all, someone said to me that Digital Extremes mentioned something about changing Plague Star event. More specifically, they have said that it hasn't been in the game for years, since they have some bugs to fix, and reworks to make in the Plague Star event. Eventually, the Duviri Paradox update and as well as the cross-platform feature were taking a lot of resources from Digital Extremes that they have to leave Operation Plague Star at the back burner. If you can recall, someone posted in the official Warframe forums about the Exodia Arcanes not present in the Knights of Nabarus rewards. Then, DE Megan replied that it will be available in the Plague Star event later this year. It's an absolute confirmation that not only Plague Star will make a return, but they have fixed these bugs and they finally made the necessary changes to the event. My question though is, what are these changes that they have made? There were bugs like the user interface not showing in the screen, or things like infested pods not showing in stage 4, and you will need to exit the whole mission because it locks you in that stage, losing all your progress. There are also instances in the past that the drone in stage 3 completely stops working after it gets stuck in weird places. There was a solution, and it was a teleport Loki, but there are instances wherein the drones spawn in weird places that the whole mission is jeopardized. I think this will get fixed in the upcoming Operation Plague Star, hopefully, but I'm really curious about the things that they will be changing in the mission. I mean, what else are going to change? New mechanics on the boss fight? New enemies? Like they could add the cool to new enemy types, right? Well, I'm just being positive here, lads, sharing all the possible good stuff that we could end up getting from the new Plague Star event. Truly, I'm hyped for the event because of the Forma reward, but the worst case scenario is that Digital Extremes will change the rewards of the Plague Star event and we won't see any Forma reward from it. Or, they could make it lesser. They could actually make the Forma reward just Forma blueprint if they felt a little generous. I feel really accountable since I did a video about this a week ago, and I titled it "The Best Event is Finally Coming Back, and it will give you unlimited Forma." After what my community has been saying, and the things they have shown me, there might be a possibility that Digital Extremes would totally change Operation Plague Star event. I feel so excited when DE Megan replied to that comment in the Warframe forum, stating that Operation Plague Star will be back in action. I immediately thought that it would be the best decision for Digital Extremes to bring back the event that gave free fully built Forma, since the Abyss of Dagath update will have lots of big changes when it comes to builds. Probably, players will need a lot of Forma to spend in the new pet rework, and with the upcoming shield changes, Warframes might also need a lot of Forma so we can make good use of the shield and shield gating mechanic as a universal survivability tool. In my mind, it would be a good reward for Warframe players having an event that can give them Forma. But right now, I just want to kill the hype with the upcoming Plague Star event. My best advice is just to keep expectations low about the Forma, because with all the things I have seen and heard, there is a possibility that Digital Extremes might change the reward pool of the event. They might add Forma, but in the form of blueprint. But still, I'm still hoping that they will give us the original version of the Plague Star event in Warframe. Now, how about Scarlet Spear? Is there any possibilities that it will come back maybe next year? Scarlet Spear is known for its arcane rewards, and in general, you can farm all the Warframe arcanes in the game just like the most expensive arcane energize. With the event active, Warframe players don't need to wait for the night cycle in the Plains of Eidolon just to get a chance to drop an arcane from those big trees in the open world. It's just Operation Plague Star, in a sense that it's like Digital Extremes are rewarding the players for playing Warframe for so long, that they let us do an event which gives us the option to farm the most expensive arcane in the game easily. However, Scarlet Spear was a disaster of an event for Digital Extremes. After the disastrous launch of Railjack, then came Operation Scarlet Spear that has lots of issues. Not just connection issues, but the way the event was built is kind of weird in my opinion. First of all, players was expecting that the event would finally showcase the finale of the Railjack, which will give us the true space battle that we want. However, the event has none, as it only tasks you to raid the Murex ship, and the ground team is for killing those invading sentients. There was no Railjack battles, no space combats, like flying archwings all over the place, and actual battle in space. There was none of that, and the players were so pissed about the fact that they had expected from what they've heard about the Railjack system. Space battle my ass. In addition, it was truly a mind-numbing event, a boring one, as there was even no team communication needed, just like what the developer advertised. Supposedly, they have said that Railjack would need player cooperation, as you will need to fulfill the role of defending the ground unit while others would be busy with raiding the Murex in space. The uplink feature was weird, and I felt like it's hindering the progress of the other team. It was hilarious because the ground team is having fun killing all the sentients, while the space team is just playing waiting game, waiting for the data to be uploaded through the uplink so they can proceed. There was no cooperation team play on that, but rather than just communicating on the other team that we have finished the groundwork and you can proceed now. And what's worst is that the developer gave us no way to see how many ground versus space teams there were from the navigation screen in our orbiters. Players have to randomly select a lobby, check the ratio, and if it is bad, exit the orbiter, which breaks up the party, re-invite everyone, do it again and again until an appropriate flotilla is identified. Like, we always talk about how great the rewards are in Scarlet Spear, but we don't talk more about how disastrous of an event it is. And with the cross-platform feature, having many players from different platform playing a broken event, I think there is no way that we will see the original Scarlet Spear event in the future. It's just so damn chaotic just by imagining all those things that are out of place, and all those weird features and mechanics that are kind of nonsense and doesn't mean anything to the event. If somehow, Digital Extremes will make Scarlet Spear come back to Warframe, then they will do a huge rework on the event, as it will be Disaster Spear 2.0 when they will release the same event in the future. Again, I would like to suggest that you don't get too hype with the upcoming Operation Plague Star event. Make your expectations minimal, especially on the Forma reward. And for Scarlet Spear, well, Digital Extremes got some fixing to do before they re-release the event. So, thank you so much for your time watching the video. My past videos were just only about my personal thoughts about the games, what I'm currently playing and enjoying in Warframe right now, and all those personal opinion videos. Well, I don't want to repost another Warframe or weapon build that has the same content, but rest assured that I will be doing guides and farming videos once Abyss of Dagath update drops. Until then, play another game if you are currently bored of Warframe, and don't be a keyboard ninja spewing nonsense like you haven't played the game for thousands of hours. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next Warframe guide videos. Stay safe everyone. Squad Leader signing off.